Hi friends, it's Mrs. McCarver and it's time for today's writing lesson. Today for our writing lesson, I'd like you to do something a little bit different. What I need you to do is find your writing folder or wherever you've been keeping the books that you've been writing. And your first job today is not to write. Your first job today is to go back and look through the books that you've been working on. Now, some of you might find that you can only find your idea sheet. Maybe you've turned in all your books. Maybe you haven't started a book. That's okay. Just so you know, when we have our writing lesson, after that, it's your turn to go off and write. Maybe you've written one really good book that teaches someone about a topic. You worked really hard on it across lots of days. Your job is to go back and read through that and see if there's anything you might need to add or change. If you only have one book, you might need to get a new book out and start to write about another topic. Maybe you're like me and you started a whole bunch of books. Oh my gosh, look at all these books. I got one about dogs. I got one about birds. I got one about the weather. This one's about teachers. So find all the books you have and read them. Maybe even read them to someone else. Sometimes when you read your book to someone else, you notice things that you might need to work on. So I'm going to read you a couple of my books that I've been working on, and I'm wondering if we'll see some things that I need to work on. All right, friends, here are all the books that I've been working on, and I want to read a few of them to you to see if I notice anything that I might need to go back and kind of fix up. This book here is one I worked on called Birds. Birds are animals. Birds can live all over the world and build nests. Birds can be all different sizes. Birds have wings. Birds have a beak. Birds have feathers. Insects have wings and fly too. I noticed a couple things I might need to fix in this one. First of all, I had this page in here about insects. That doesn't really go along with my book about birds, does it? So I might need to fix that. Here's a book I wrote about the weather. Some days the weather can be sunny. Oh my gosh, I even have labels in this one. This one's pretty good. Some days the weather can be rainy. Okay, this book looks pretty good. Oh my gosh, I didn't even finish this one. There's no words on this page. This is my book about teachers. Teachers are grown-ups who help you learn. Well, that's a sentence, but there's no picture. I'm noticing I have a lot of different areas on these books I need to fix up. Some teachers work with kids in school. This is hard to read. All those words are smushed together. Some teachers work with kids online. Maybe that's something I need to fix up. Teachers can help us learn many things. Let's think about some of the things we notice now that I might need to work on. All right, friends, I don't know about you, but when I was reading my writing to someone, I noticed I had a few problems. These problems are all things that you might have noticed. I noticed things like, is my book about one topic? Remember when I was reading that bird book and then all of a sudden there was a page about insects? That's not the same topic. So we need to also make sure that our pages go together. You pick one topic and all the pages go together. That might be something I fix later this week. Oh, I also want to have pictures and sentences that match. So in a couple of my books, I had a sentence but no picture, or I had a picture with no sentence. I want to make sure that I have both those things on every page. I also want to make sure I have details and labels in my picture. This page I talked all about birds and what they look like, but those pictures do not have very many details. So I think I might want to work on that later this week. And I want to make sure I have sentences that I can read, making sure I use spaces, writing words I know in a snap, and stretching out my words. So these are all things that I noticed I can work on this week. Today, your job is to see if there's anything you need to work on. And if you only have one book at home, I'd really like for you to start another one so we have some things that we can work on this week.